to be launching a tasty pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs, and we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Friday, August 26th, 2022. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. There are plenty of people out there who would rather ask for forgiveness than ask for permission. But when you're the reigning and defending two-time Olympia champ, and you look like this 17 weeks out from your next title defense, you don't have to ask for anything, because you can pretty much do whatever the heck you want. This is 3 or 4 weeks in a row now that we've seen something from Ramy that's made your jaw drop. And for all intents and purposes, this is still just stage 1, which means that things are only going to get crazier from here. And when this is all said and done, and he finishes his victory lap, he's going to have to go and have one hell of an apology tour, because a lot of people are going to get their feelings hurt this year. Now, I want you to put a pin in that Ramy thing for a minute, because Brandon Curry looks like he's about to turn this whole prep into one of those "excuse me, hold my beer" moments. He's already linked back up with the Camel crew out there at Oxygen Gym for his prep, which has historically been something that's always managed to bring out the best in him, as we saw earlier this year when he turned into a human flamethrower on the Arnold Classic stage. For one reason or another, Brandon hasn't generated as much attention as some of the other big names as far as being a title contender is concerned, which is crazy when you consider the fact that he'll be the only other athlete on that stage who could lay claim to having an Olympia title, assuming Derek Lunsford and Shaun Clarida stay put in the 212. The truth of the matter is that he's better now than he was when he won the title, and that in and of itself could be enough to get him back into the winner's circle if Ramy comes in off the mark. Some people will have you believe that you only get one chance to make a first impression, and then there are others who believe that the first group of people are idiots, because your last impression is the one that actually sticks. And if you're a Keon Pearson fan, or even just a bodybuilding fan in general, you're probably still riding the wave of momentum that he used to come in and sweep up the Texas Pro 2 weeks ago. The latest word from his camp is that he has officially started his prep for the Olympia, and that he's heading into this year's contest with a level of excitement unlike any other that he's experienced up to this point in his career. He's on a short list of guys who people are targeting as potential threats to upset in his first title defense. And if the next time we see him, things end up the same way they did in Texas, his first stint in the 212 will be a distant memory, because all anyone will remember is the way his last one stuck. Now, in addition to Keon, when we're talking about the short list of guys who could potentially push Derek for a title shot this year, there's no way you can have that conversation without Shaun Clarida's name being right there at the top of the list. This is the time of year when we start to see Shaun go into full hard hat mode and work boots, block out all the distractions, and crank up the intensity to DEFCON 5 levels. And based on some of the clips that we've seen over the last 2 weeks, he's right where you'd expect him to be. Shaun is one of the most intriguing guys in the division because he's a former champion who still has room to grow on the scale, which is almost never the case in the 212. Fully blown Shaun gave everyone all they could handle last year in 2 separate divisions. So if this year's version is bigger and more complete than that, it's going to be tough for anyone else to knock him off his pole position. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.